Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vlogs and Stuff, where I'm going to be talking about a bunch of YouTubers that you guys, well, not need to see, but I recommend that you guys go out and check them out because they're just freaking sweet. Because there's not actually that much to talk about when it comes to viral videos and whatnot, I'm just going to be going straight into talking about YouTubers. That's it.
Okay. What? Wait. Okay, wait. Shit!
The first YouTube channel I want to talk about is Fanboy Flakes.
Tommy Wiseau originally wrote this movie as a play, and then adapted it to a 500-page book, which he could never get published. 500 pages? I could summarize this whole movie in probably about 3 or 4 sentences. How could the story possibly last 500 pages? I mean, I know when you adapt a book to a screenplay, some things get left out, but I mean, if this was what they left into the movie, what did they cut out from the book? Entire chapters of him walking? Chapter 6. Lisa sweeps the floor.
Now these guys have been around for quite a fair while now, and I'm severely surprised that they have not gained as much traction as I thought that they would have with the great content that they do produce.
While most teenagers are lucky to get like a video game or some clothes as a gift, mine was usually socks. This kid gets cast as the lead in a $130 million movie. I want a $130 million movie. Can I have a $130 million movie?
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Yeah, Mark.
How are you?
Okay.
Good. I was wondering, can you find me like $130 million so I can make a movie?
What?
Now originally this did have a couple of people in this channel, but as time has gone on, obviously these people have sort of just gone off in their own ways because they do have their own lives and they do have things that they have to go and do in their own lives. That's horribly written.
Superman is kind of like, great, how do I deal with these nails? So then the guy starts scratching, then he like takes his nails out of his holster and just scratches Superman on the neck. Like, really?
That's the only thing.
That's all you're gonna do? So Superman's kind of like, oh man, that really hurt. Never mind getting frozen in ice and kicked around space. That scratch to the neck really hurt.
So now the show pretty much just consists of Mark, who is now the main host of the show, and he does the editing, the film work, he stars in it, and tells you about movies that he loves, hates.
When we did post up the new episode of Bad Movies a few days ago, but I got taken down because of some copyright crap to do with Sony. I guess Sony doesn't believe in fair use. I'm just kind of a little upset about it, you know? I thought about it, I thought, shit, I buy all Sony stuff. I got the Blu-rays, the Sony Blu-rays and the movies and the games. Whatever, you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say here. Yes, apparently they are rebooting Friday the 13th again. And no, I am not excited for it. Because this reboot will be produced by Platinum Dunes, which produced the last Friday the 13th reboot. And if you didn't know, Platinum Dunes is Michael Bay's production company, who are responsible for making some of the shittiest remakes of some of my favorite horror movies.
There is a section on the channel called Bad Movies, where it's pretty much become like his most popular section of the entire channel. Talking about movies that are so bad that they're good, and then talking about movies that are so bad that they're just plain abysmal.
You see Mark Wahlberg's face here? That was my face throughout the entire movie.
While you're watching his videos, you do notice that he actually describes everything in this bit of a morbid type fashion with this monotone voice. And it works perfectly to his advantage because he genuinely is quite a funny guy.
So then like a bunch of stuff happens, like they meet with another tribe or something. There's like some kind of like Khaleesi Jr., I don't know, she goes for like a swim, has sex with like a koi fish or something and dies, and the moon comes out or something. And there's like a big fight and the Avatar goes into turbo mode and kills everyone, I guess. I don't really know, I wasn't really paying attention, I was just kind of staring at the screen at that point.
You can tell that the jokes are just straight from the top of his head and that everything is just sort of as fluent as just speech itself and not pre-written or anything like that. You can really tell that this guy would be funny to hang out with in real life. Now at the beginning of the video I did mention that they don't actually have that many subscribers. I think they've only got like 7,000 subscribers, which is next to nothing realistically. When you think about it, you know, it's not actually something that he can do for a career, even though it is something that he loves doing.
Who's texting me while I'm shooting my show? Oh, it's a subscriber. Sweet. You know how many times I've heard people like, you need more subscribers and likes? I know. I'm doing all I can.
However, there are YouTubers out there who people just see and they're just like, okay, I want to subscribe to that guy. This guy, I don't understand why he doesn't have more subscribers. So if you haven't seen his channel and you don't know who this guy is, I will leave a link in the description for you guys to go and check out his channel, because seriously, this guy is dead set, straight up, funny as fuck.
I'm bored.
You're bored? Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that throwing your toys away would actually fix that problem. In fact, for some reason, I'm inclined to think that it would actually do the opposite, and you would eventually get more bored without entertainment. But then again, I've never really done it, so I'm not actually sure. Maybe I should try throwing some of my stuff out the window. Oh shit. Sorry. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm shooting a show. Yeah, I was bored.
One of my favorite videos on the entire channel is actually more of a recent video. It's called What's Wrong with After Earth. I couldn't possibly agree with him any more on every single detail that he points out in this particular video that he made for this movie. Mainly because just pure logic consumes this video so badly that you can't help but just laugh your nuts off.
So in the first 90 seconds of this movie, we're told that Earth was evacuated 1,000 years ago. Okay, fine, makes sense. Until later, when we hear this.
Everything on this planet has evolved to kill humans.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Everything on this planet has evolved to kill humans.
Even though there hasn't been any humans for 1,000 years, and he gives them these capsules that will help him breathe in more oxygen in Earth's apparently low oxygen atmosphere, and without them apparently he'll die. Now I'm not a scientist or anything, but I would actually argue that without humans on Earth for 1,000 years, that there would be more oxygen than ever before. Because when you eliminate humans, you also eliminate all of the pollution and non-biodegradable waste that we produce. And after 1,000 years of not having any humans around to cut down trees and forests to make way for roads and buildings and cities, plant life would just do what it does best, which is just grow over everything. And here's a little interesting fact about plants. They produce oxygen.
Like, what were the creators of the movie thinking when they were, like, making this movie?
Within the first 2 minutes of this movie, I was contemplating whether or not I was gonna watch the rest of the thing on mute.
And I'm not going to get into how much I just don't like Jaden Smith because, well, that's... If you follow him on Twitter and you've seen some of the tweets that he puts out there, those kind of speak for themselves.
How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? What? We need to stop teaching the youth about the past and encourage them to change the future. Yeah, actually, it's incredibly important to teach people about the past. Hey, I got another quote for you. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. I encourage you all to unfollow me so I can be left with the people who actually appreciate philosophy and poetry. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Jaden, you're not a philosopher. Aristotle was a philosopher. You're just a rich teenager with famous parents and a Twitter account.
And Mark, if you are watching this, I just wanted to say thank you very much for continuing the channel and not stopping just because you're on your own now. I've watched a lot of your videos repeatedly, mainly because of the fact that there's just not that many YouTubers out there that can make me laugh like you do. Okay, so I just checked it just now, and apparently he has 15,000 subscribers nearly. But that's not going to pull away from my recommendation of you to go and check out this channel, so don't ignore this. Go out and check out the channel now. Hey guys, how's it going? So if you're wondering where the rest of the YouTubers are in today's episode, don't worry because the rest of the episodes will be out tomorrow. YouTubers 2, 3, and 4. That's right, 3 more to go. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and until next time, peace. Blah, 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 blah.